Shall we start, sir?
Yes, sir. Of course, ma'am.
Okay, Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, and Adab. Welcome to today's webinar on making the right choice with your career after 10th. Giving class 10th exams are like achieving a big milestone, but no one knows what will be the hurdles after that. To discuss the right subject and career choice, you should opt for we have organized this webinar to answer your all queries. I'm grateful and thankful to all the eminent panelists for joining today's session. We will be discussing all the career choices and opportunities we have after 10th. For this, we have Mr. Neeraj Puri, Principal Satyuk Darshan Vidyalaya, Faridabad, Mr. Rajesh Rathore, Principal, the Sri Ram Universal School, Jammu, Ms. Sonam Sharma, PGT Mathematics, Modern Sandeepni School, and Mr. Tahir Awan, PGT Biology, Mount Letra Z School, Kathua. With this, I would like to call our first speaker, Mr. Neeraj Puri, sir, to talk about the career opportunities after opting for commerce subject. We welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Dreams ignite desires. Desires stimulate determination. Determination will lead to destiny. Blissful noon to all the wonderful people present over here. I want, first of all, a loudest reply of good noon in this chat from everyone. Either we are present live through YouTube, through Twitter, or through Facebook. So want to hear good noon from every panelist as well as from every participant present out there. May I quickly know from all of you that how many lives or chances you get to live as a human being? Of course, reply is one. Can you share an average age of an Indian? Yeah, it can be 60 or 70 years, right? So let's freeze it to be a 65 with the consent of all of you. Average age as a student or a student life, we may consider it from 25 to 28 years. Let's keep it 30, क्योंकि कुछ लोग तो निकम्मे नालायक मेरे जैसे भी होते होंगे ना, जिनकी बीच बीच में ब्रेक लग जाती हैं या गाड़ी धीरे धीरे झटके लगा के चलती है. So let's say that 30 years. अब सारे लोग सोनम मैडम या ताहिर सर या राठौर जैसे सर जैसे तो नहीं होंगे कि जिनका टॉप क्लास गाड़ी चलती है. सो अब थोड़ा सा गणित की तरफ चलते हैं. इफ एन एवरेज एज of an Indian is 65, out of which 30 years we spend as a student, then what do we do in the remaining 35 years? अब भाई मुझे ये मत समझाना कि रेस्ट ऑफ द लाइफ डेटिंग करने में, शादी करेंगे, देन चिल्ड्रन, थोड़ा सा लड़ाई झगड़ा, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. यस, यू हैव हिट द नेल. काम करेंगे, रोजी रोटी कमाएंगे. We will work to earn for our bread and butter. Correct me if I am wrong. It means that rest half of your life, rather precious life, we are going to spend on some other kind of a job, a business, a profession, anything whichever you may take up. That means really the career is important. And we need to think about it from the deep of our heart. Okay, last but not the least, before I start with my presentation and come to the point, Do you think that if the Tendulkar had been an engineer, MF Hussain has been a doctor, A.R. Rahman as a CA, Mukesh Ambani practicing law, they would have been internationally acclaimed, successful, happy? Definitely no. So I am sure all of you would have drive or ride a cycle. बाइसिकल आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, वो ट्राइसिकल नहीं, जब आप थोड़ा सा बड़ा होते हैं, स्कूल जाना शुरू करते हैं, तो वी आस्क फॉर अ ट्राई बाइसिकल. बाइसिकल हम सब ने चलाया होगा. ड्राइवर सीट के पीछे जो सीट होती है, व्हाट वी कॉल इट एज, we call it as carrier. So dear friends, my dear students, there is a difference in career and carrier. If we do not plan our career properly, immaculately, without doing a deep research, your career will become your carrier. And whole life, that remaining precious 35 years of your balanced life, you will be just pulling, driving your life, nothing more than that. Without enthusiasm, without spark, without joy. So let's not mix the carrier with the career. So please allow me to share my screen and to push on with the program. I believe the screen is visible. Gunika ma'am, can I hear it from you?
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. So here we go. The theme for the day is very, very appropriate, I must say. It is making right career choices. So this is Neeraj Mohanpuri, principal of Satyug Darshan Vidyalaya, founder of President Gold Society. Ma'am has already apprised you. Careers. How to make right choices is really very important when you are at this juncture. One very interesting thing, what, or you can say a tragedy which normally happens with our students is the situation is something like we have arrived at the railway station, and then when the train whistles in, we are thinking where to go. Yes, my dear friends, dear students, when you do not plan well, when you do not plan ahead, the situation is something like that. कि आप ट्रैक पर पास आ गए हैं और बस यहाँ ट्रेन को आते देख के हम प्लानिंग स्टार्ट करते हैं अब करना क्या है. We take up our careers, we take up our courses accidentally. So today we'll not discuss in length that what should be kept in mind before making the career choices. Rather, we will discuss more about what type of career options you have after 10th, which stream you should choose, and then what type of careers are existing in your domain or in that particular domain. So starting with, first of all, the UG courses which are available after 12th. We categorize the courses into two categories. You may call it career or you may call it as courses. There are some traditional courses. Now, traditional or conventional courses means those career options which were existing over the years. Maybe your fathers or forefathers would have also opted for such kind of career choices, subjects, or courses because they are considered to be very safe, or to some extent they are considered to be, the kind of careers which will ensure you bread and butter and which will may exist in the future also. And some of the popular courses which the students of commerce can opt is BBA, that is Bachelor's of Business Administration. They can even go for BA or BSc honors in economics. Yes, you heard it correct. Some universities offer economics honors as BSc also, like GNDU do it. In BCom, we have options. Bachelor's of Commerce, students can opt as a bachelor's in pass, that is normal, professional, or BCom honors also. Another option which is very old and prominent is BA or BCom along with LLB. So BA LLB or BCom LLB as a combination is also opted to pursue law. Basically, BA or BCom is a 3-year program, and similarly, LLB is again a bachelor, so it's a 3-year program. Altogether, it makes it 6 years. Since last few years, there is an integrated course in LLB which is being provided by various universities, which saves your 1 year. That 6-year course, as an integrated, as a package, it comes wherein BA LLB or BCom LLB can be taken together, and we can save one precious year. Now coming to some professional courses which students of commerce can opt. Again, they are age-old and they're very prominent courses. Some of them very popular are chartered accountants, that is CA. Then company secretaries is always a choice of number of commerce students. Then we can even go for bachelors in designs. When we talk about fashion designing, when you talk about simple designs, it's a big array. It's a very big umbrella. Designing is not only about interior designing or fashion designing, even it is about accessory designing, leather design. Ceramic design is very popular these days, graphic designing, industrial designs, jewelry design, gemology. So all these options are also open for the commerce students after they have completed their 12th. We have even bachelors in foreign language. Very simple thing is, if you are, you can become a multilinguistic. See, we study normally 2 languages as a compulsory during our school days. Then you can even pick up any of the foreign language. You can work with embassies. You can work as a foreign translators. Many corporate houses also open the opportunities for the linguistics. So along with simple BA programming, you can opt for an additional language. Then diploma courses, ICWAI is Institution of Cost Works Accountants of India, again, which is considered equivalent to a chartered accountant. And these people closely work with the manufacturing units. They help in deciding and determining the cost of the product. When we talk about law, so the courses generally are BA LLB, BCom LLB, or BA LLB also exist. Here are a few of the universities which offer. There are national law universities. We have 25 national law universities in our country, for which you have to appear in an exam called as CLAT. Once you are done through it, it's a premier coveted test. Once you are done with the CLAT, you have the option according to your rank to opt for any of the law university, where the faculty is the best and the expenses are minimum with a high repute. Then Delhi's Law College is quite popular and famous. Symbiosis Law School, then in Pune, Jindal Global Law School at Sonipat is also very popular. Some other prominent universities or colleges are listed here, like Christ University in Bangalore, Jamia Millia Islamia in Delhi, and Banaras Hindu University is one of the prominent and the oldest which offers law program, and IIM Rohtak. Dear friends, when we talk about a commerce students, management is something which always strikes our mind and races our mind. So the courses being offered in the management are IPM, then it is a BBA, BMS, Bachelor of Management Studies, and there is an integrated MBA programs also. Bachelors of Business Economics is also very popular and gaining momentum these days. This is something new which you should try your hands for. Some of the premier universities which offer, these are this list of universities, and the test which I'm sharing, they are not exhaustive. There are many more in it, but I have shared some of the prominent here with you. So IIM Rohtak, IIM Indore, Delhi University, St. Xavier's College at Mumbai is very prominent, offers wonderful variety of courses in the management. And the entrance exams which are normally held are AT, even CAT, then CET, JAT, and SET. These are some of the popular tests which are being conducted for the students who wanted to opt for management courses. Moving on, many of the commerce students, they opt commerce because they wanted to land up in some kind of a hospitality industry. So hotels or chain of hotels attracts them a lot. For your kind information, dear friends, these days yachts are becoming a hot destination, and the people with the deep pockets, they have started going for their leisure events, for activities, They prefer going to yachts these days. So there is a great scope as a caterers, as a chef on the yachts. Very, very luxurious lifestyle and very highly they are paid. So hotel management, the courses offered are like bachelor's. They offer some universities or colleges offer BSE in hotel management. Some are offering BHMCT, where it is hotel management, catering, and tourism. Then there is a step also a course BA honors and BHM, bachelor's in hotel management. The popular universities across are IHM Symbiosis School of Culinary Arts at Pune, then GGS Indraprastha University, Delhi University, of course, offers all these premier courses, IHM at Meerut and in Aurangabad. Some of the popular tests which are conducted are some personality assessment tests some universities do take. Some conduct NCHM, a joint entrance test which is conducted by all India, and SET as well as CET also. Now, this is something, career which is becoming very lucrative, very attractive, mass communication and journalism. Students with the commerce background after completing their plus two, they can even go for BA or BSc in journalism. Later on, they can do masters also in it. These are some of the courses on your screen. When we talk about mass communication, it's a very big, which has a gamut of profiles in it. You can normally we think mass communication is just about reading or casting the news. No, it's not confined up to that. There are, we can say, there are pretty good number of people who work behind the screen also. There are anchors, there are correspondents, there are who create the news, the people who are the public correspondents, video editors, video photographers, and all that. So universities which are offering and they are popular in this is Delhi School of Journalism, Indraprasth College, Symbiosis again is a popular place to land up. So entrance exams here is like through CAT, some institutions take an entry CET. Generally in this general abilities test is your communication skills are tested and how creative you are. These days in mass communication, it has become very thrilling and lucrative job. It's very interesting where you love traveling, you love exploring, you love meeting people. So these were some of the conventional jobs which I shared with you. Now, if we think contemporarily, presently, do you think that are you preparing for the jobs which are going to exist in the future? So my advice is rather than opting for the course which is very hot now, you should go for those courses for whom the demand will arise somewhere 5 years down the line. Because most of the courses which are existing now, I can bet upon would perish or would not exist by the time you would enter the industry. So 21st century courses, which are very popular these days, which are selling like hotcakes, and I recommend them, are like web app developer. Even the commerce students with the commerce background can go for these kind of courses. So it's web app developer, social media manager, SEO specialist, a very popular in demand data analyst. The future is about being a data scientist, where you explore, you do good with the numbers and you interpret the data. Financial analyst, of course, is a need of an hour. All of us need some other kind of financial analysts. Digital marketing is a big thing which is happening. Every organization, every industry is dependent upon for the promotions on the digital marketing. Then there are certified financial planners. Again, earning money is one thing, but planning your funds and converting your savings to investments and then having one money plant in your home which keeps on earning money for you, you need the help of financial planners. Actuarial science for commerce students with mathematics, of course, is again a lucrative offer. Now, these are five hot sectors which I'm going to talk about now, and the future is all about this. I would love all of you to ponder upon these courses, and you can make money and can have a big and great fortune if you go for any of these courses, dear friends. So, according to the asset management company ARK Investments, 5 industries which you need to watch for and for which you should really think of making your career in future. First is cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Actually, we need a separate independent session where we can talk in detail about these careers, what they hold with them, and what they, offer to you, and how you are gonna rock in them. What are the eligibility criterias for all these courses? But now, due to paucity of time, I have to rush a bit faster because other speakers and panelists, they are waiting for their turn. So cryptocurrency and blockchain is something upcoming. Gene editing and sequencing is really working like wonders. I need not to say artificial intelligence and the role of IoT, how prominent it is in our day-to-day life. So they are playing a paramount role in our every kind of activities, may it be hospitality, may it be your online shopping experiences. So artificial intelligence has penetrated almost everywhere. Energy storage and battery technology is something the world is looking forward for, and some of the prominent universities and the colleges across the world has started offering these courses. For India, it is something which is at its embryonic stage. Collaborative robotics is not I need to say anything about. You all are aware about it. So finally, if you go for a wrong choice. So this is what you would seem to be after 10 years once you have opted a job. You will lose your hair, you'll shed your weight, lack of enthusiasm, efficiency would definitely be low because you have opted for a choice which doesn't match your skills, which you never wanted to be, which was not as per your aptitude and attitude. Your poor performance would impact your productivity. There would be stagnancy, something in the life. Your growth would be hampered. You would stay frustrated and ultimately stressed. And this is a vicious circle, my dear friends, from which you need to stay away. And on contrary to it, if you make a right choice in your life, so then the life is happening, it would be joyful, the happiness index would be on top, and you will have a stress-free life because you are doing what you wanted to do. You made a right choice, so your efficiency definitely would be very high, which would ultimately rise your productivity, and the life would be prosperous. You will continuously get promotions, and ultimately you're bound to flourish. So you would be at the pinnacle of your career. With this, I rest my voice, and stage is over to you, Gunika ma'am. Be prosperous. I would love to end finally with one small couplet, as usual. So कहते हैं लक्ष्य को पाने की चिंगारी रखो सीने में, लक्ष्य को पाने की चिंगारी रखो सीने में, संघर्ष से मत डरो, तभी मजा है जीने में. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Unfortunately, Guneet is not here with us due to some unavoidable circumstances. He has to be out of or away from this wonderful event which we collectively planned. And in a very short span, I have to request Gunika ma'am to moderate just 20 minutes before this event. So we are really missing you, Guneet. Over to you, Gunika ma'am. Thank you very much. He has or away which we collectively planned. And in a very short span, I have to request Gunika ma'am to moderate just 20 minutes before the event. So we are really missing you, Guneet. Over to you, Gunika ma'am. Thank you very much. He has
Thank you, Neeraj sir.
or away
Shared concerns to
very
me.
short span, I have to request Gunika ma'am to moderate just
Now, I would
20
like
minutes
to
before the
call
event.
our second speaker,
So we are really missing you.
Rajesh sir,
Over to
to
you, Gunika.
talk
Thank
about
you
the
very
career
much.
opportunities after
Thank you,
opting
Neeraj sir.
for
Or away
humanities subject. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And first of all, I would like to just express my thanks to Mr. Puri. It was such a wonderful presentation. And I would like to take the last line, or the second last, the slide, wherein you shared about wrong career choice. So I think, first of all, people must look into about their own aptitude. But I feel this world belongs to people who are determined, who are hardworking, and who are perseverant. And here I would like to quote one example, because yesterday only I was talking about him. And I was sharing with a group of students, and I shared when Dr. Varghese Kurian, milkman of India, father of white revolution, he reached Anand to meet his friend, Mr. Tribhuvan Das Ke Patel, and he had done engineering, mechanical engineering. And Mr. Tribhuvan Das Ke Patel said, here are some machines related to dairy. Can you please just spend some time with me, install these machines? And after that, he said, okay, fine. And he was into dairying industries as well as cooperative movement he started. And you name any award, Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Magsaysay, and of course, 8 rooms are full of awards, trophies, citations. So, ladies and gentlemen, and my beloved students who are there associated, through this platform with me today, I would really like to share this world belongs to those who are determined, those who are committed and dedicated. And if you are, no one can stop your commanding steps towards destination. Minded children. I know that people do not take humanities very seriously. Most of the parents, if you discuss with them, they are the people who are discouraging children to go for humanities. But on the contrary, my own son, when he was in class 10th, and he shared with me, Dad, although I like science, but I feel I can do better in humanities. I said, okay, fine, then what's the problem? Go ahead. And he opted for history, geography, political science, economics, and English. And what a wonderful combination. And so, boys and girls, I would like to share, first of all, it is civil services. If anyone wants to be a civil servant today, and because of the new system, earlier there used to be one optional subject in the prelims exam and 2 optional subjects in the main exams, and there was less weightage for general studies. But you see today, general studies in prelims it is 400 marks, and in mains it is of 1000 marks, and major portion is from humanities. So that's the reason cracking civil service exams is easier for humanities children in comparison to even engineering students, medical students, or science students, or commerce students for that matter. Because in general studies, you have to study history, you have to study geography, you have to study political science, you have to study economics, and all these subjects are there which you have been studying right from class 11th. So I will say that if you want to crack civil service exams, then humanities is really a great stream for you. You must go for it. Yes, here I would also like to share that children, there is no place for mediocrity in today's world. If you are a mediocre, then it's of no use. You have to be very perseverant. You have to be very hardworking, and then nothing is impossible for you. And for this, I would like to share, you must read newspapers because that's very important. You should know about national news, international news, related to maybe global news, related to Indian economy and world economy, related to these areas news. So these are very important. You must study editorial page very properly. If you want to seek your career in humanities, and if your dream happens to be a civil servant, then you must be very, very focused. Sometimes I share with my students how to prepare for civils right from class 11th. You must read editorial page very seriously. You must read both the main articles. You must go through the editorial comments. You must go through letters to the editor, and these columns are very important. At the same time, you should try to create that cutting edge in your writing, because if you are reading every day 2 articles and writing 1 article review, I'll suggest 2 article reviews every day. If you go through from 1 newspaper or 2 newspapers, because these days e-newspapers are available, then you can always go for the Hindu, the Times of India, or the Tribune, any 2 newspapers, and you can go for editorial comments. Then you can write the précis of those editorial comments. Also, I would like to suggest, if you can go through the letters to editors from 3-4 newspapers, it's always good, because I feel wondered when I find that entire letter under the column letters to the editor, it's a 1 sentence. Such a compact, such a terse, crisp and precise, the kind of language which I find in these letters to editor, I'm really very fond of. So children, I will suggest, if you want to go for civils, then humanities is a great stream for you. You should really develop cutting edge in your writing. You should be like a columnist. When you write on any topic, one should really feel, oh my God, what an expression. Your terminology should be up to the mark, because when you read articles related to Indian or world economy, when you read articles related to international relations, any topic under the sun, right, your language should flow. Because if you see general studies mains papers, then I would like to share, there are 4 papers and 250 marks each, and in each, there are 10 questions of 25 marks, or 20 questions of 12.5 marks each, and you have to write the answer 100 to 150 words. 100 to 150 words, minded children. Your language should be so compact. Once your examiner goes through your answer sheet and finds in 150 words, आपने बिल्कुल गागर में सागर कर दिया है, तो बच्चों क्लास 11 से we want that your language has to be very, very strong. It is as good as a columnist. And besides, Mr. Puri so beautifully, he just covered the entire range, because most of the things are common that way. I will say, like management, of course, humanities, children can do very well in management. Then a CAT exam is there. Then CLAT is there, Common Legal Admission Test. It is a 150 marks and 150 questions. So that's again great, career. Besides, this is MassCom is there. So yes, I want to tell children, instead of, I'm sorry to say, Mr. Puri, instead of commerce students, humanities can really do far, far better, because you have political science. You will study international relations, any topic under the sun, right from Cyprus to Siberia, any country, any problem, you are studying. You are studying about UN, you are studying about NAM, you are studying about SAARC nations, you are studying about G20 and whatnot. So many things. So children, I will say, political science is such an important subject. If you have a very sound knowledge of all the all the philosophers and international relations, besides very good study of newspapers, magazines like Yojana, like India Today, or for that matter, so many magazines are there, right? So if you are reading some 4 or 5 magazines per month, then it will really add a lot to your knowledge. So children, I will say that mass communication is very good for you. You can go for an MBA, you can go for hotel management, you may go for civil services or state, the civil services. Like in J&K, here children may go for JKAS. So these subjects only, general studies and other optional subjects. So world is yours, because I'll say that for civil service aspirants, humanities is the greatest, choice today. And as you know, this whole country is run by bureaucrats. Every district is run by a district magistrate. So if you are putting seriously, if you are hell-bent upon just making your own career, if you want to be the master of your own destiny, then no one can stop you. So children, feel proud of, and this is what I wrote. There is philosophical, you can have a philosophical bent of mind. You can also have a very cutting edge language skills. You can also show some literary flavors to your expression, whatnot. So children, I was sharing with someone yesterday when I wrote on my Facebook, it's really pleasure having discussion with children from the stream of humanities who are very well read and very well polished in terms of writing skills. Oh my God, it's pleasure. They delineate, they reflect so much, such an in-depth study and so much knowledge. Because I feel personally, people feel that humanities, what is there in humanities, it's only science or commerce and all. But I will say, if it's related to geography, oh my God, what a utility, geography. You ask any so-called literate person, I don't know how many can really explain, the facts related to geography, right? For that matter, like monsoons or just, ocean currents or so many physical, the geography terms, it's really not that easy. Latitudes, longitudes, any so-called gentleman or lady, you just ask, okay, fine, a temperate grassland, which are the latitudes? So people should really know. It is in class 7th. People should tell, yes, the 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degree south, it is, the torrid zone. 23.5 degree north to 66.5 degree north, it is the northern, the temperate zone. And then 66.5 degree north to 90 degree north, it is north frigid zone. And after that, this is what I tell students of class 6th, 7th and 8th. I said, children, be the scholars of social studies. When you start reflecting, you talk about Samba, you are talking about Jammu, you talk about the climatic conditions, you give so much knowledge and information to people, they should really be taken aback, because so much knowledge is packed in the books of social studies, middle school, 6th, 7th and 8th. And sometimes I wonder, you ask any Tom, Dick and Harry, which are the revenue resources of Gram Panchayat? I don't know how many people can really come up with 4 solid points. Yes, these are the 4 ways by which Gram Panchayat earns its revenue. So that way. So children, boys and girls, so much is there to be shared, but I will say, I'm a science graduate. Then I switched over to humanities, English. I've done my master's in English from Lucknow University. I prepared for 2 years for civils. So today I'm really so much fond of history, geography, political science. I really love. And languages, again, English, my subject. I've done master's in English, and Hindi is my favorite because I read one novel every day for 12 years. So this is the reason, whichever be the subject up to class 10th, I go to any class. I say, okay, fine. In Hindi, what's being discussed, I can reflect any moment. In maths, I have 6th to 10th, of course, maths and science modules from Ellen Kota, Career Point, Dr. Rao IT Academy, Resonance, and I do myself because I taught my son, and I got so much, just, I'll say inspired to study maths and science. But yes, humanities, social studies, and I wish children should really develop their interest in social studies right from class 6 to class 10th. So much is expected from children that well-read students of 6th to 10th social studies should really be knowledgeable. But again, I don't know. If I ask children, okay, fine, can you compare Guptas and Mauryas in terms of art and architecture, in terms of literature, in terms of maybe this kind of so many areas are there. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I will say, if you feel that yes, you are blessed with linguistic competence, linguistic intelligence, you can play with words, you can really express yourself in a way which establishes your credentials as a person, a writer. If you have the writer sensibility, then you must go for humanities, right? Because humanities has got so many career options, so many career choices. And this is one more last thing I would like to share, because I know it's time. In every school, out of, means I will say 90%, all the 90 percenters of every school, 50% children are going to humanities. 25%, I'm sorry, I may be wrong, right? But what I find, 40 to 50%, 90 percenters, they are going to humanities. And sorry to say, those who are not able to seek admission in science and commerce, they also go to humanities. So every class of humanities, class 11th and 12th, is a beautiful mix of toppers and mediocres, right? So I will say, even if mediocres, those who could not get admission in science or commerce, and they were compelled to seek admission in humanities, just stir your just thinking and imagination, just make up your mind, because every change requires a determined massive action. So boys and girls, even if you are compelled to seek admission in humanities, show to the world what metal you are made of, work very hard, burn your midnight toil, and show to the world you can always achieve your goals, achieve your dreams. So I will say, may God bless you, children. If you are making up your mind for humanities, so I'll say it's really a great stream. Make your best efforts and reach your dream destination. Thank you very much. So boys and girls, even if you are compelled to seek admission in humanities, show to the world what metal you are made of.
Thank you, Rajesh, sir.
Work very hard.
I'm sure students must be contented after hearing you, sir.
And show to the world.
With this, I would like to call our third speaker, Sonam ma'am, to talk about the career opportunities after opting for non-medical subjects. Welcome, ma'am.
Make your best efforts.
Thank you so much, Gunika ma'am. Before I start with this, I would like to share one PPT. I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know if it would be visible. Is it visible, ma'am? Gunika ma'am? Gunika ma'am, my screen is visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
You are all ears and we can see the screen.
Thank you so much, sir. So thank you everyone once again. Really good to listen to such an eminent resource persons, Mr. Neeraj Mohanpuri and Mr. Rajesh Rathore. Thank you so much. So this is Sonam Sharma here in front of you, PGT Mathematics and Modern Sandeepni School, Pathankot, Punjab. So my dear students, it is really a matter to be pondered over, that which career has to be chosen, which career path has to be chosen. Before we come to the point that with the non-medical, what are the various things which we can pursue with, I would like to congratulate you all that you have at least given it a thought that you want to plan your career. Reason being, the life is extremely complex, and we have so many choices around us that being a student, being a children, we always get, you know, confused. We do not know what our potentials are. We do not know what our strengths are, what we can actually do. So it's really a matter, what congratulations that you have pondered over it. You are here to get something for your career. I'll be talking about mathematics that can be taken along with the commerce, that can be taken along with the humanities, with the non-medical, and sometimes super medical. That's called as mathematics with medical as well. So, because there are, as I said, a lot of confusions. Life is being a social being. We have so many people around us, our family members, our peer friends, everyone who are expecting very high from us, especially when it comes to society. Being human, it is definitely worth when we are contributing to the society. So how it can be done? When after 10th class we are planning something for ourselves, keeping society, keeping some goals in our mind, it is going to solve, it is definitely going to solve for mankind, for our nations, for various other things by setting some higher benchmarks. Coming to the point with the mathematics, what else we can do? See, mathematics is not a subject. I don't take mathematics as a subject. It is part of our life. When you'll be sitting somewhere and you'll be looking around yourself, you can count on how many things around you where mathematics has been used directly or indirectly. Coming to some business world, commercial world, private companies, government companies, NGOs, even people who are entrepreneur running their own business, they do need mathematics. So mathematics is not a subject, it is a part of life. It is life itself. Right from the morning till late evening, we are sleeping, we are eating, everywhere we can see mathematics is around us. So this is not exclusively for non-medical students. After 10th, if you want to go with mathematics, you feel like you're quite capable with your quantitative aptitude, with some basic things, even you can certainly go for mathematics nowadays. Along with the non-medical, we have a choice that we can go for applied maths also, which commerce students or some other students in humanities, or those who are nowadays opting for mixture of subjects like semi-commerce, so they can also go for this. That's called as applied maths. So nowadays, in 11th and 12th and onwards, we are having two type of mathematics. One is core mathematics and another one is applied maths, where some topics of commerce also you can see, which are worth learning, especially when it comes to business world. I shall be starting with the most prominent zone. We all are Indians. We want to serve our nation ultimately. We should. So I'll be starting with the importance of mathematics when we want to serve our nation. As I started with this thing, so that's called as NDA. That's a National Defense Academy, with the motto of Seva Parmo Dharma. The National Academy is an iconic institution and a hallmark of global excellence in the sphere of military education. We all want to serve our nation. So, how it can be done, my dear students? You can take mathematics along with non-medical, along with humanities, and some other courses as well. After 11th and 12th, there is an entrance examination. You all would have heard about it. That's called as NDA. That's National Defense Academy. After coming to the age of 16.5 till 19.5, that is 16 and a half to 19 and a half, you can appear for this examination, NDA. What is the procedure? When talking about its procedure, there is an entrance that's conducted twice a year, once in the month of April, and twice, second time, it is conducted in the month of September or October. So this entrance is a total of 900 marks, where you have to go for general science, also you have to go for English, and definitely mathematics. So mathematics is extremely important when it comes to serving the nation, when it comes to serve the people, because of whom we are alive, we are living here in the society. So dear students, I would like to say, na tera na mera, ना इसका ना उसका, ये वतन है हम सबका. So irrespective of your streams, irrespective of your courses, any student from any course can apply for this NDA examination. When you're pursuing 12th or after 12th, the condition is your age should be in between this interval, that's 16.5 to 19.5. Coming further, the hot topics, as Mr. Neeraj Mohanpuri have already stated about it, nowadays the demand is very prominent for statisticians, mathematics. I have picked up some topics which are generally least heard by the students, because we already hear about some very traditional courses which our ancestors, our forefathers, our parents, our grandparents have pursued. So that's why I have picked up a few courses, but those which are not in the conversation nowadays in the market. But definitely down the line, when we'll see after 5 or 10 years, these are going to be the prominent areas. So mathematics, there is especially branch of mathematics that's known as the statistics. In ninth, right from seventh class, right from sixth, seventh class, we started studying mean, median, mode, deviations, some standard deviations, dispersions. So all these areas are eventually leading up to the field that's called as statistician. Under statisticians, we have nowadays very growing this area that's called as actuarial science, as it was stated by Mr. Neeraj Mohanpuri also, that commerce students can go for it. But along with this, I would say that mathematics is definitely a key point here. Reason being, students have to crack this entrance examination that's called as ACET. But before coming to this examination, let us understand what actuarial science is basically, what actuaries are supposed to do. See, we all have heard about insurance companies. We all have heard about lot of new startups. So let us say I am a person and I have to start. I have to build a startup. I have to set up my own country in some area, and so basically I need some data. I of course have to assess the risk. So that risk, that like how much money I have to spend here, ये चलेगा भी मेरा startup या नहीं चलने वाला है. So all these kind of things, what is known as risk management and risk assessment, this is what basically the job of actuaries are nowadays. And it's a really a very high profile job. You're going to withdraw a lot of good packages as you become more experienced into this field. So what you need to do, you need to go for any stream along with the mathematics as one of the subject. Reason being, statistics is very important here. So statistics you have to study. Now coming to the next thing, that is how you can come into this field of actuaries. So after your 12th class, there is an examination, entrance exam, like we have heard about NDA, we have heard about some other entrance examinations also. So this examination, that is called as ACET. That's Actuarial Common Entrance Test. Again, it is conducted twice a year, somewhere in between June and November. And it is conducted by IAI, that's Institute of Actuaries of India. Like we all have seen many of our friends, many of our siblings are pursuing CA, CAs. So there is a not specific college. Ultimately, you have to go openly for it. There are almost 15 examinations which you have to crack. Once you clear this ACET and you get enrolled with this IAI, there are 15 open examinations. So while sitting at your home, you just need to go for examination. While sitting at your home, while pursuing your graduation courses along with this, you can go for it. And again, I'm saying it is going to be one of the most highest, though it is currently also it is there, but Again, in the field, if we see down the line after 5 or 7 years, it's going to be one of the prominent jobs. Coming further, one again, as I started with the statistics, so this is the next thing that's called as data science. Again, coming and dealing with the data, that's what data scientists are doing. We all might have seen a lot of advertisements on YouTube's and on some other social media platforms. Nowadays it is becoming very common, and because it is very recent. Earlier also it was there, it was known as some data analyst courses, some data mining courses, but now its name has been changed again, that old wine into the new, in the new bottle, that's what we call as. It is basically the interdisciplinary field. When I am using this term interdisciplinary, it means it's not exclusively for non-medical students. Any candidate from any field can again come for this data science, provided you must have a good knowledge of IT, that's called as information technology or computer science. Apart from that, good knowledge of business economics. uh, Commerce students with mathematics can certainly go for it, along with humanities students also. See what we have to do here. We all have seen, we all used to surf a lot YouTube's, Amazon Primes or Netflix or some other kind of entertainment platform. You all would have observed that once we have seen a movie, we have watched a movie, we would definitely have certain relevant suggestions from Netflix or from YouTube, which are there always in the inner gallery. So how they come to know? So eventually there are data scientists behind this, those who can analyze the choices of the customers, that what kind of customers are looking for new videos, new movies, or some other kind of things. So based upon those choices, new uh, suggestions, new advices from that platform are provided to the customers. So that's what, it's not an easy task. Let me tell you, it's not an easy task, because the data handling, dealing with the data is extremely complicated. So again, it's going to be very high in demand very soon in near future. And of course, very I must say, a highly earning job. So again, mathematics with IT, that's computer knowledge, as I've already stated, and any candidate can. Those who have gone for BSc statistics, BSc, MSc statistics, mathematics, maybe we have a special branch for this statistics. 2 years degree it is after graduation. That's the basic qualification which a person needs. So right from 11th class, decide your path and follow that. Be consistent, start having a good command on the statistics. Coming further down the line, it is engineering. We all have seen, we all have definitely some individuals in our social circle who are engineers, and they are really earning very good nowadays. After 11th and 12th with non-medical, and engineering is exclusively for non-medical students. After 11th and 12th with the mathematics, with the PCM, that's physics, chemistry, mathematics, person can go for engineering, that's called BTech, sometimes biotech also, some medical students if they want to pursue. So we have different streams here in this engineering stream, that's civil engineering, then mathematical engineering. Even those students who are extremely good in music, they can also go for engineering exclusively in sound engineering or this field. Apart from that, computer engineers are highly in demand in this modern era, which is highly tech. A lot of techni savvy we can see around us. So computer is exclusively in highest demands. So person can go for BTech in computer science or IT. How can you go? Well, there are various private institutions, but the first choice, which being an Indian it remains, that's always IIT. So after 12th, examinations are being conducted in the month of December or January. IIT JW, we all have heard about it. I must say, whether you crack it or not, but definitely appear once in your life for IIT. It will actually boost your knowledge. Will definitely, you will look around yourself that what kind of people are there, how much competition is there. So certainly after 12th, you can go for different streams, engineerings. As I was talking about importance of computer developers, computer programmers. So this is the next key field, which a person having the mathematics along with the computers, one of them their subjects, they can go for computer programmers. Basically, there are two types of categories under this computer programmer. One is application programmers, and another one is system programmers. What are application programmers? See, first you have to understand what you want to do. It's not that you are sitting 24/7 in front of computer and you want to be a computer engineer. Let us understand your strength. So there are two different categories. The one is application programmer. Application programmer means those engineers which are basically developing new applications. Like we all have seen Zomato is their application we are using. Then gaming zones, PUBGs, other things. So these are application developers, right? But at the same time, if you are having a good command on mathematics along with good coding knowledge, so you can go for system programmers, where these kind of programmers develop operating systems like XPs, or we all have seen Windows 2010, all the latest versions. So if you are quite good at mathematics along with coding, decoding, and so certainly you can go for system programmers. What you have to do, you basically have to write and debug. Sometimes we all see that there are viruses in our systems, there are a lot of bugs in the applications which are being run nowadays. So person can write and definitely debug the computer programs. Apart from that, you can go for web designing. Any non-medical candidate or any candidate with good skills of IT and mathematics can go for web designing and developing games. Definitely, we all love to play PUBG. We all love to play such kind of games. Nowadays, it is extremely in fashion, and it is profession also. We all have seen professional gamers. Definitely, I'm sure you all would have at least that one or two friends in your group, or brothers or siblings who are professional gamers. So how can you achieve that pinnacle? It is after your 11th and 12th with the mathematics and IT, that's computer science. You can go for graduation, bachelor's degree. You can go for BTech also with the IT or computer science, and after that you can go for masters also to have a good command on this stream. MCA, MSc IT, and MTech as well. Usually biotech, BTech, it is 4 years course, and when it comes to BSc IT and computer science, it is 3 years course. While talking about masters, MTech is 3 years course, and MCA is as well 3 years course, but MSc IT and CSC ranging from 2 to 3 years course. Yes, we all know that there is a famous shloka that Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Parameshwara, Guru Sakshat Par Brahma, Tasme Shri Guruve Namah. Importance of teachers, importance of educators, importance of good guides. It is, we all know, being educator, I am telling that I am here in front of you all just because of my good teachers, my educators, guides, my mentors. So if you also want to be a professor of mathematics or any stream for PCM, or in fact apart from PCM, you can go for social science, you can go for political science, computer science, of any stream. The key features which you need after 10th, especially if I talk about mathematics, 11th and 12th must be done in non-medical if you want to go for mathematics, or apart from that, any stream with mathematics. After that, go for graduation with mathematics as one of the major subjects. You can go for BSc honors, maths honors as well. Then nowadays, professional degree is needed, that is B.Ed. It is 2 years course. And after that, master's degree in mathematics. And definitely, if you want to go for colleges or higher institutions, you can go for doctorate, that's PhD as well. So while coming to the conclusion, I would like to say, my dear students, my dear viewers, never doubt your abilities for a moment in your life, not even for a single moment in your life. Wish you all a very good luck and all the best. And while concluding this thing, I would simply like to say, once you have decided your career, once you have decided your path, then don't look backward. कहा जाता है जब हौसला बना लिया ऊंची उड़ान का, जब हौसला बना लिया ऊंची उड़ान का, देखना फिर फिजूल है कद आसमान का. With these ending lines, I would like to say thank you, everyone. Thanks for sparing time. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you. You have decided your career, once you have decided your paths, then don't look backward.
Thank you, Sonam
कहा
ma'am.
जाता है जब हौसला बना लिया ऊंची उड़ान का, जब हौसला बना लिया ऊंची उड़ान का, देखना फिर फिजूल है कद आसमान का. With these ending lines, I would like to say thank you, everyone. Thanks for sparing time. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Over to you,
Sonam
ma'am.
ma'am. Your words will be inspiring for the students. Uh, I'm sure after hearing it from you, it will help students in mind mapping and they can go in an organized way and in a right direction. Now, I would like to call our next speaker, our third speaker, Mr. Tahir, talk about the career opportunities after opting for medical subject. Welcome, sir.
Good evening to all of you. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir, you are
So
all
I'm
ears. Please go on.
first of all, I'm feeling too much blessed to be in the company of such kind of great panelists that are present over here, and I also feel very blessed to show you my presentation regarding the streams in case of medical. So first of all, before going into my presentation, I will have just a word with all of you that if you are choosing any subject in your career or in your future, I'm actually talking with all those small kids that are basically in the 10th class. Just keep one thing in your mind: choose the subject by your choice, not by chance. So please mark my words. Choose your subject by your choice, not by chance. Or if you have chosen any subject by chance, then make it a choice. Then make it a choice. So I would like to share my presentation with all of you. Please let me know if my screen is visible to all of you.
Once you have
So
Ma'am,
is it visible to all of you?
don't look backward.
Thank you, Sonam
Tahir,
ma'am.
sir, it's appearing. Yes, it's
Okay.
there.
Thank you.
You are all set to
Thank you.
go.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, if we talk about career opportunities in medical streams, most of the students get confused when they go into especially medical subject, because whenever you will talk about the medical stream, you will have only one choice, especially if you are not aware of this particular subject. So if someone is taking medical stream, what he or she will be thinking about? Yes, you are right. He will be thinking about doctor. But no, the doctor is not the final result of medical, because when someone is opting medical stream, if even when I opted for medical, my ambition was also is to become doctor. But when this doctor, the question mark of doctor comes into someone's minds, there are many opportunities that a student have to face. So I'll clear you all those problems that you must face in your future, or when you're taking the medical stream, what are the career opportunities that you will have except the doctor line. So first of all, I'll go with the medical streams, the professional medical courses that most of the students take. Let me know, is my screen properly visible now? Once more, please confirm me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You please
Okay.
It's
carry on.
visible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So the most reputed course for in the medical stream is obviously the MBBS, that is Bachelor in Medicine and Bachelor in Surgery. But first of all, I must clear you one thing, that there are many other courses that you can opt for. Except this MBBS, you have BAMS, that is Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery, Bachelor of Homeopathic Medicine and Surgery, Bachelor of Unani Medicine and Surgery, and one of the very, very important course after MBBS, that is Bachelor in Dental Sciences. But students, there is one course that many of the students should not have the knowledge about, that is about the veterinary sciences. So in these nowadays, this course is also spreading very, very fast. And one more professional course we have is the physiotherapy. But where is the problem actually? For opting all these courses, you have to qualify one exam, that is NEET. It is always in the trending, NEET exam, that is National Entrance Come exam, that is after the 12th, especially for the medical students. And one more professional exam we have, AFMC, this is the Armed Force Medical Exam. So you must be thinking of AIMS, but let me clear you one thing, that nowadays the AIMS is conducted under the NEET exam. So you have to qualify NEET for appearing or for getting all enrolled in all these courses, or else you have to opt these courses on the you can say payment seats. So if as a medical student, if you are going for all these courses on the payment basis, I don't think it will be a right choice. So if you are qualifying NEET with a good score, so you will, and after that you are getting all these seats, so it will be a beneficial to all of that. But after, if you have not qualified NEET, then what will you do? My experience says that at least 50% students who don't crack NEET, they drop the next 1 or 2 years for for qualifying these NEET exams. But please note one point, that in a single year, almost we have 60 to 80,000 seats for NEET, and 80% students crack NEET who are of the regular batch students, and only 20% students crack NEET who have dropped. And most of the students just drop for some other purposes. But dear students, I must tell you, there are lots of other medical courses that you can opt for except these courses. So we have nuclear medicine courses, we have respiratory therapy, and nowadays you must have seen that COVID is spreading very fast. So you can have a respiratory therapy, audiology courses, audiology and speech therapy, who have problem in speaking. You can see many of the people, you have a professional course for all these. Then you have occupational therapy courses. This is especially for those people who have by birth some disorders. And then optometry, this is for the, you can say, eyes doctor, or you can say especially the doctors who are for vision. Now, if we talk about other medical courses, except from these medical courses, because these professional medical courses, they are nearly are of basically 5 to 6 year courses. And after these courses, especially MBBS, BMS, BUMS, BDS, and veterinary sciences, you have to do MD, that is master degree courses. So most of the students get confused that after these courses, what should we do? Or if we are not getting enrolled in these particular courses, what we can do? So there are some, you can say, other courses except these courses. let's say, for example, a very, very famous course of nursing, you can do BSc nursing. It is a small course of basically 3 years. It is just like graduation, right? And after nursing, you can opt for post basic BSc nursing. After that, we have a small course like pharmacy. We have B pharmacy and D pharmacy. Then we have GNM. GNM is, you can call it like a small gynecologist, general nursing and midwifery. It is a 3.5 year diploma course. Then you can opt for optician course, especially for I previously said you the small uh, doctors for you can say eyes checkup. Then you can opt for vaccinators. It is a special 2 year course. If you have wasted lots of time, you can have all these courses. Then we have dark room assistant courses. These are all the medical courses that you can opt for. Then we have a very, very good course that most of the students do not know about, that is the course of radiology. All the ultrasound technology or the x-ray technology, we have a special 2 to 3 year course for radiology. In fact, we can do master MD after your MBBS in radiology. Then we have lots of scopes in this particular area, that is in case of lab technicians. All the present day lab tests, that is RT-PCR or the rapid antigen test, that all require lab technician course. So students, just keep in mind that if you are not getting the previous courses, or you have wasted so much of time in dropping 2 or 3 years after your 12th, you can opt for all these courses. Biology, you have to just keep in one thing, that you have to be more practical. And whenever I meet my students or any student who is basically from medical field, I just say one thing: biology is a feel. You have to feel it. If you will not feel it, you can't understand biology. I am saying the food is going into the stomach through esophagus. It is a practical work. And if you are taking biology just for that, we are medical students and we have like more fames than other students. And if you feel you are more superior than other, it is not the case. If you are opting this medical stream, and if you have a proper interest in it, to learn basically the practical things in your life, especially because when you will go for all these courses, what you will face? You will face the dead bodies, you will face the dead person. And in that case, you will not have the excuse that we can't face it. So just keep in mind, if you are going into this medical courses, you have to face all these things, and you have to be very, very bold in your particular subject, and especially the practical work. And what I feel the present day students are lacking, they are lacking in basically practical knowledge in case of biology. So uh, I must request all the students that if you are going into the medical stream, and if you are thinking that we will just pass it and we will not have the practical knowledge, I'm sorry to say, please don't go into this. Because in this present time, we need a very, very, very good, you can say, professional persons in case of medical lines. So else we have you can also opt for sanitary inspectors. So these are the courses that relate basically to the medical line, especially if someone has a dream of becoming doctor. If he or she cannot become doctor, he can or she can choose all these courses. But there are many other branches you can opt for after your 12th. So as previous speakers has have also told you about the graduation courses. So if you are going with the medical stream, obviously you will be having physics, chemistry and biology, that is PCB we say. So after 12th you can have graduation in pass course. Pass course is basically the combination of 3 to 4 subjects, in which you can take zoology, botany, chemistry, fisheries, etc., etc. It is basically the mixture of subjects. If you will ask me personally, what will be the most preferable course, pass course or honors. These days honors is very much trending in the field of medical stream, or you can say non-medical humanities in every stream. So we have lots of choices in basically honors, what we say BSc honors. So we have a lots of choices. We have zoology, science of basically animals, plant science, botany, fisheries, microbiology. So in these days microbiology is becoming one of the favorite subjects, because as you all know, in this COVID time, microbiologists and especially biotechnologists, they are in high demand in the market. Especially in case of biotechnology, you will get to know the biology with the present day technology, how they are mingled together, right beta? So else we have biochemistry, and one more subject that I'll basically focus is bioinformatics. Many of the students, even they complete their graduation, but they don't have the knowledge about this particular subject. If someone is dreaming to go abroad, he can take bioinformatics, because it is one of that subject which is flourishing day by day, and there are so less persons that have the knowledge of this particular subject, that is bioinformatics. And we have some reputed universities in India that basically offer all these courses, that is Delhi University, Aligarh Muslim University, Banaras Hindu University, Shri Mata Vaishno Devi University, especially in biotechnology and microbiology. Except we have Jammu University of Jammu, Sher Kashmir University of Agriculture Sciences. In fact, in every state we have one university. But if you are basically strong in your particular stream, I must suggest you these first three universities: Delhi Universities, Aligarh Muslim University, and Banaras Hindu University. And after the graduation, you can do the post graduation courses in all these particular streams. And after the graduation, you can do PhD, and one more degree I must tell you, that is the postdoctorate degree after the PhD. For that you have to qualify NET. If you have to pursue PhD, NET is basically national entrance test, which is after the post graduation course. And after that you can have a junior research fellowship. The government will pay you a monthly basis stipend. It is nearly about 30 to 40,000 will and the government will pay you for 5 years. So if you are not able to continue with your medical streams, I must say, because I am a specialist in botany, and I previously told you, as I was the person who has the desires to become doctor. But all the life does not end on doctors. There are many more courses that you can opt for. So if we talk about other graduation courses, we have BSc agriculture, then MSc agriculture, we have BSc forestry and MSc forestry, we have applied nutrition courses, we have comparatively graduation courses and post graduation courses in the respective subjects. We have health information administration courses. Horticulture is basically the science related to the flowering techniques. We have environmental sciences. Nowadays you see that you have to study EVS with all the subject, whether you are taking humanities, whether you are taking commerce, whether you are taking non-medical and all that. Other than, we have food production, we have and students can in fact go for hotel management courses after the medical stream. So I must say, these are the courses. There are many more other courses that you can opt for, but due to the time lapse, we can't continue further. I must tell you, if you are basically more practical in homework, I mean home related, especially I'm talking about girls, if they are interested in cooking, they can opt for home sciences and related courses. For example, they can opt for clinical nutrition and dietitian. They can opt for home science as a subject in graduation, and then for post graduation. Except we have food science and nutrition courses, clothing and textile. It is one of the fields that most of the students do not know, but they must be thinking that what is the relationship of medical with clothing and textile. So I must tell you, all the clothing and textile, you need a proper knowledge of the plant, that from where you are getting that particular cloth, or you must have the knowledge of that animal. Like if we simply talk about wool we are getting from sheep, but which kind of wool, what is the quality of wool, like that. And most importantly, you can opt medical stream as a human development subject, that how we develop, how our psychology develop, how our basic morphology, you can say body structures development in related aspects. And there are many more other streams. So these are the basically streams that you can opt after the 12th if you are going into the medical stream. And I previously tell you, if you are going for medical stream, don't just don't think about that you will be getting into some luxurious subject. No, it's not like that. Biology is a feel. You have to feel it, else you will not be able to understand in your whole life, and you will be like a dumb person sitting inside the home. Right, beta? So with this, I will conclude with this, that मंजिल अपनी एक ही रखिए, मंजिल अपनी एक ही रखिए, रास्ते बेशक अलग हो जाएं, रास्ते बेशक अलग हो जाएं, लेकिन मंजिल अपनी हमेशा एक ही रखिए. So with this I conclude, and thank you for listening me, and thank you for giving your so precious time. I'd like to thank all the panelists that are present over here, and thank you so much.
With your due permission, Gunika ma'am, I would
Thank
love to
you.
take from. I'll again come back to you. With your due permission, Gunika ma'am, can I take on?
Sure, sir. Please, sir.
शायद सभी लोग 2-2 मिनट के लिए फिर से बोलना चाहेंगे, निश्चित रूप से.
Of course.
Definitely, sir. It's the discussion is extremely interesting.
Yes, sir. Of course.
पुरी सर, आप प्लीज, अगर आपको थोड़ा समय लगेगा तो मैं ठीक है सर, आप शुरू करें.
So you may contribute if in case before we conclude.
Sir, just I would like to just suggest, one or two things. It was such a wonderful, this reflection from each one of you. Really, this, what a time, the beautiful time spent together, and really got to know so much about all the streams. But my humble appeal, because of course 26 years in this field, and last 12 years principal, and before that 8 years vice principal, so 20 years, this. So what I feel, first of all, children have to put in very seriously. This is what I'm telling children of even classes 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Ki beta, whatever you want to do, you can do, and show to the world what you can do. For example, class 10th, a percentage was not good. Percentage was just 62, 63, 64%. And someone wants to go for non-medical, wonderful. One wants to go for JEE mains and advanced. How to do that? This is what I want to tell children. Children have rational goals. Undoubtedly. Since I was a science graduate myself, so I would like to share, really, undoubtedly, I think physics is the toughest. Physics is the toughest because one has to do a lot of visualization, and I think this much visualization is not there in any subject what I know, up to class 11, 12th level. Physics and maths of course, because all the numericals are solved with the help of maths only. Unless someone is good at integral calculus and differential calculus, it's not easy to solve the sums of physics. So a lot of visualization, because first of all, one has to visualize, and reach to the crux of the problem, like why JEE mains exam questions are very tough, because 2-3 parallel running themes are there. One has to really crack how to get the problem and how to solve this thing. So ma'am, as you also very nicely talked about maths, but I will say, because it's questioned with me, mathematical logical intelligence. If someone is really gifted with mathematical logical intelligence, it's really good. Toppers of the school, they most of them, they go for science. It's fine, they can do. They can do physics, chemistry, maths. They can do physics, chemistry, bio, no problem. But the thing is that if someone is really could not establish credentials, got just 60% or 70%, because in my career, I have seen many children who scored poorly in class 10, finished because of parental pressure. They wanted to go for science, and I've seen many children failing in class 11. Many children failing in class 11th, and later on again changing school, doing from some dummy school, I don't know. I always tell children, calling yourself a science student and touching the bottom, there is no big deal. I hope you will agree with me. Calling
Yes.
yourself a science student and touching the bottom, scoring in 50s, 60s, 70s, there is no big deal. Children, if you feel that maths is not your cup of tea, science is not your cup of tea, you can always explore other possibilities. This is very important, because today topic is a selection of streams or subjects after class 10th. So my humble appeal to each one of you, that you must have a rational goal. You must explore within. You must see what you are good at. If you can do, then go ahead, because it's very easy. Yeah, we are teachers. We always talk about high flown things. हम लोग तो कहते हैं बाधाएं आती हैं आए, घिरे प्रलय की घोर घटाएं, पांव के नीचे अंगारे, सिर पर बरसे ज्वालाएं, निध हाथों में आग लगाकर हंसते हंसते चलना होगा कदम बढ़ाकर। अटल जी को कोट करना आसान है, लेकिन साहब जब मैथ्स में क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा हो ना, जब फिजिक्स में क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा हो, तो आपके ये जो जितने भी जो हिंदी के जो महान कवियों की जो रचनाएं हैं ना, ये सारी की सारी बिल्कुल गौड़ हो जाती हैं, वो बिल्कुल फीकी पड़ जाती है। तो इसलिए मैं कहूंगा कि बच्चों, पहले तो आप लोग जबरदस्त मेहनत कीजिए। अगर आप साइंस में आगे चल रहे हैं, निश्चित रूप से आगे चलिए। अगर आपको लगता है नहीं, आपका ख्वाबी सीए बनने का है, बिल्कुल जाइए। आपका ख्वाब आईसीडब्ल्यूए का है, बिल्कुल जाइए। आपका ख्वाब सीएस कंपनी सेक्रेटरी में जाने का है, बिल्कुल जाइए। बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, लेकिन हाँ, अगर क्या नाम आपसे नहीं अगर चल रही हैं चीजें, तो आप सोचिए, रैशनल गोल हमेशा आपको फायदा देगा। अगर आप फिर भी, अगर आपके अंदर साइंस का एप्टीट्यूड नहीं है, एक बार को आपको अगर कॉमर्स का भी एप्टीट्यूड नहीं है, आप बिल्कुल सरल चीज चाहते हैं, लेकिन मेहनत कीजिए। आप एक मास कॉम में जा सकते हैं, क्यों नहीं जा सकते? आप मास कम्युनिकेशन करके आप बड़े अच्छे न्यूज एंकर बन सकते हैं। अगर आपकी आवाज अच्छी है, आप बड़े अच्छे न्यूज एनालिस्ट बन सकते हैं। बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। तो बच्चों, बस ये मैं कहना चाहूंगा, आप लोग बहुत ही रैशनल डिसीजन लेना। कोई ये चीज नहीं कि भाई साइंस सबसे अच्छी चीज है, कॉमर्स सबसे अच्छी चीज है, इसीलिए इनमें ही जाना है। भले ही आपका एप्टीट्यूड साथ दे पा रहा है कि ना दे पा रहा है, भले ही आप उसमें अच्छा अपने 10th तक आप क्रेडेंशियल एस्टैब्लिश कर पाए कि नहीं कर पाए, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। और जो आपके मन की आवाज है, उसको आप सुनो, क्योंकि हर व्यक्ति जानता है कि उसके फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट्स कौन से हैं। इसके लिए हम सब लोगों को आपको बताने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। और जिनमें आप अच्छे हैं, उनमें आप अच्छा करके भी दिखाइए। आप ये नहीं कि आपको हमें साइंस बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, हमें मैथ्स बड़ी अच्छी लगती है, हमें फिजिक्स बड़ी अच्छी लगती है, लेकिन हाँ बस स्कोर ही नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, स्कोर हमारे कम रह रहे हैं, लेकिन हमें लगता बड़ा अच्छा है। ऐसे नहीं लगता है। जो आपको अच्छा लगता है, आप उसमें कुछ करके दिखाइए, उसमें अपने झंडे गाड़िए, हम सबको खुशी होगी। क्योंकि इस देश को इंजीनियर्स भी चाहिए हैं, इस देश को डॉक्टर्स भी चाहिए हैं, इस देश को फौजी भी चाहिए, जैसे मैम ने कहा, इस देश को ब्यूरोक्रेट्स भी चाहिए हैं। हम सब लोगों को हर फील्ड में बहुत अच्छे अच्छे लोग चाहिए हैं। तो इसलिए आप अपनी प्रतिभा को अंदर देखिए, पहचानिए, or keep your best foot forward. May God bless you. Have a great time. Thank you very much.
It was really very impressive, Rathorsa. So finally, on behalf of Gold Society and the Vidyalaya, I take this onus, since Mr. Guneet is not here, to finally cast a vote of thanks to all the wonderful speakers. I'm very sure that every student would have got deep insights and there are many takeaways. So as Rathore sir has rightly advised to all of you, what is important in your life is not what public says, what your parents says. Three important things which you need to decide. Because it's ultimately your life, your baby, your challenges, you have to face them, right? Your dad, your mom, your friends, they could be for some time with you, but they're not gonna stay with you throughout your life. So take this decision very, very carefully, very cautiously, ponder over it, and most important thing is please do some research over it. It should not be taken accidentally that my friends are taking this non-medical, my sister is already into engineering, or my brother is CA, or whatever the society people say. Three things most important. First of all is your skills. You need to understand the course which I want to opt for. Am I meant for it or not? And what type of skills are required? A set of skills is required to opt for the particular course or a career. Second is the interest. Very importantly, you need to match your interest with your careers. As other speakers have very aptly said, that you must know the strengths and the shortcomings you do have. What I will do with my master's in mass communication if I'm a poor speaker, what I'll do with my, MBA in marketing from the top of the best of the universities in the world if I do not like to gel with the people, if I love to stay back and sit in the office, if I'm not a market guy. So all these degrees are not going to help you out in any way. So interest is very, very important because every job, every career demands certain skill matching, some interest matching. And top of it, it's your aptitude. You need to check it out whether you are meant for this job or not. One very important thing, my dear friends and students, there is no test on this world which can check your abilities. Any type of coveted test, may it be NEET, JEE, may it be NDA, or whatever it may be, there is no test which can judge and guarantee your success. This I can say on record and with challenge. To what we are today, it's because of the circumstances, as sir said, with the dedication, with the determination. So once you have decided, go for it. And remember one thing, there is no one stopping you unless and until you are decided, you are determined. Between you and your prosperity or your progress, you are only obstacle. So the day you have decided and the day you have determined, you will definitely achieve that. So you need to win your thoughts and have a very positive growth mindset. You would definitely attain success and would be on the peak of your life. With this, I finally hand over to Gunika ma'am to wrap up the show. Thank you very much, all of you.